In this demonstration, I would like to share with you how you can control how a user can remotely control your bot. You have different options. So the first option is you allow only one button on the remote controller can be used any one time, or up, down, left, right, or whatever. And then the next option I want to show you is you can do combination button. Then we can combine up, down, left, right kind of together instead of just only one direction only. And then lastly, you can do combination and also do independent speed setting using the number 1, 2, 3, 4. So let's get back to CarBot 1. So there's only one button allowed. Also, an example, I want to show you another way to just a trick to use it is I'm going to load up the software through the wire connection. But then when I want to play with it, I'm going to play with it using Zigbee or some kind of wireless communication through the same task program. So COM3 right now is the wire connection here. COM6 is the Zigbee wireless connection. 9 and 10 happen to be my BD210, but we won't use it them today. Why? Because this is CM5, so it cannot be using Bluetooth. It have a ZIG100 module inside of the CM5. Okay, so make sure COM3 here. Let's explain the code a little bit, and we'll go on. So usually we have call initialize motor, and initialize motor just set up into wheel mode. And then we have forward speed to 800, so fairly fast. Backward speed 600, turning speed 500. And then we have a usual endless loop. So always, first thing you go to an endless loop if you want to do with remote control, you always have to wait here as long as you don't receive any new data, which is remote data receive is false. So you don't receive any data, well, there's nothing to do processing, so you just stay there. As soon as the robot detects that some new data has been received, this remote data receive flag will become true. And then, of course, true is not equal to false. It get out of the wait while. It go on to the next statement, which is 13. It pick up whatever data it just received, same to parameter called data. And then I also print it out. And then something new is I AND it with 15. Essentially, 15 is a numerical value that essentially corresponds to the combination up, down, left, right button, really. So let's see if I can go this one, go binary on it. I'm not. Yeah, I can do binary. So essentially, binary. So you can see binary essentially, or 1, 1, 1. So up, down, left, right button. So let's leave it there. That looks good. And also, so this is the data, basically the raw data coming in. So the user could be using up, down, left, right, but the user could push funny button trying to break your robot. But don't worry, because we're ending with up, down, left, right of 15 or 1, 1, 1, 1 binary. The button parameter here is a filtered data. So the user can push any junk in, it still won't do anything to our program. Then because we allow only one button allowed, essentially we're talking about essentially reactive control in a way. So that means what? One alternative and only one alternative among many. So that's why we have good old if structure again. So if the button is nothing, so this just means nothing, that means you didn't touch the button at all. And then of course, that means that the user wants the bot to stop. If you find out the up and no push, of course you want to go forward. D, you go backward, left, left, right, right. And you feed into the endless loop and run it all over again. Okay, so let's get ready. Get this out of the way. Back here somewhere. And I'm on COM3. I have it on. Just download it. So when you download it this way on COM3, which is a wire, but I don't want to use a wire virtual 100 from the wire connection, which is COM3 port. So what I do, I just click OK and then go to view output of the program. I click OK. I turn it on, unplug it, and you have to unplug this one because the CM5 is set up such that if it detects that is a wire input into a COM port, it won't activate its Zigbee communication port at all. So make sure it's clear. Wire connection clear out. We're ready here. And then you can even turn it on. It will run. But because remote control, so therefore it's not going to do anything because it hasn't received any command. Next, COM6. Remember, COM6 is where I have my Zigbee connection here. So I'm going to go to your output. Make sure you choose COM6. Go to this one. Show you see it say the COM6. It actually the program already started. I'm at virtual here. See if it goes. Okay, I'm gonna try to push up and right at the same time. So it gives a send 9, but the robot didn't do anything. It couldn't because you're not allowed combination button. So up and right still not doing anything. It just stay there. Also, I'm gonna push 1, 2, 3, 4. All kind of junk here, but the robot will not do anything. Okay, so one button at a time is okay. Okay, so we're good here. I'm going to pause a little bit. So I'm going to switch the code to the version 2. Okay, so I'm back with the same CM5 CarBot, but the software version 2 now when I'm allowed combination. I changed the value for the forward speed, backward and turning speed a little bit. The endless loop start the same way. Good old wait while. As long as no new data in, just stay there until there's a new data and then save it button. I had to change the code a little bit. Is if somehow it received that it received no data, immediately call stop the bot. And then the button here, there's some data which could have up, down, left, right, or combination of those. What I found to do is I have to find out separately. So I end with the up button. So I want to find out if up have been pushed, if down have been pushed, if left have been pushed, if right have been pushed. And then instead of having an if-else-if structure, I have parallel if. Okay, so if up is set, 1 here, essentially same thing as the RC button up. So you want to code it like that, that's fine. Like 8 here, if you want to go to, it means it's right. Okay, so then all the code that changes. So we have parallel if. That means what? Any of these if can be triggered when we go to the endless loop. None of them. That means they're gonna call stop. Or if any of them are pushed, it go forward and backward or left or right. That's really at the same time. It depends on how many fingers we want to push onto the remote control. So it's on right now. I'm on COM3. I'm going to download through the wire. Click OK. Turn it on. Take this one out. Turn it back on again. Run it. It's running. I'm switched to my Zigbee port, which is COM6. Now I can go to view output monitor and start playing a little bit with it. So ready to go. Okay, so up, down separately you can do. So I'm going to put up and right at the same time now on the keyboard. So it's going forward and also left at the same time. Of course, I can do up and down at the same time. You notice what? And this part here is interesting because the way I coded it. So if up, go forward, down here. So it trigger go forward a little bit and also go backward. And whatever the left command was, this one took more effect, more predominant. So let's get back. See now I put up. I put 1, 2, 3. It's still ignoring it, but now I put up and right at the same time. It will allow me to combination. It looked like it's only turning right? But it's only go up only a little bit and then have to go turn. So whatever the second action is, the one that kind of control and governs at the end. Okay. So I'm going to pause again. I'm going to loading the version 3 of the CarBot when you can have combination button and also the how to change the speed using number 1, 2, 3, 4. So here I'm back. So this is version 3 of the RC CarBot. So we'll have the allow combination button, also independent speed setting via the number 1, 2, 3, 4 on the RC100 virtual controller. So initially, we initialize the motor, which essentially set them all to wheel mode here, or endless turn mode. A new parameter called speed 128 is equal to 128, so it's sort of kind of slow, called set speed. And all set speed does is, you can look down here, set speed is whatever speed value was 128, set it to, assign it to forward speed, assign to backward speed, assign turning speed. So all the code that you have for turn left, turn right, as before are still working fine. It just had different value depending on how we're going to set them. Okay, it still go through the endless loop as usual, of course. And then you have good old wait while, as long as there's new data coming in, you wait here. As long as there's data coming in, you save it to button. And then if button is nothing, you stop. And now something new is there's a big else. That means you have pushed some kind of button. So first, we need to find the direction, which is the same code as the previous code. So I filter out with up, down, left, right. I want only up, down, left, right to save into the direction parameter. Although the button parameter in here could have everything. It could have up, down, left, right. It also can have 1, 2, 3, 4 because I want to set up my speed in parallel at the same time. So think of it like you're setting the bot so it have like a gearbox that you can shift into any gearbox you want to or any speed you want to. Okay, so repeat again. If nothing, you stop. You push something. We need to figure out the direction first. So the button parameter have everything. So we need to filter it out with up, down, left, right to pick up only the up, down, left, right button. The direction have that information, and then go in if, and then figure out up separately, up, down, left, right as before in version 2, and then same feed of code here. If up, you go forward, down, go backward, left, you go left, right, and go right. Okay, so that takes care of the direction. And then next, we need to figure out if the user wants to send in the speed or not. So button, remember, it has everything in it. It has direction and speed information in it. So we need to pull it out, make sure if it's what kind of speed do you want to. So when we end it with 1, which is this one, we know then it is the user wants to set up speed 1 or speed 2 or speed 3. And then we check the value again. If it happens to be speed 1, that means you push button number 1 here, or push button number 2, or push button number 3, or you push button number 4 essentially. So if 1 is 128, 2 is 356, 512, 1003, and it's just called set speed. And in set speed, you've seen it before. Essentially, whatever the new speed is, it assigned to the parameter forward speed, backward speed, and turning speed. And that's going to be taken care of by all the maneuver function. And then that's it. And then you loop back into the endless loop again. So I'm ready here. Download the code. Click OK. Turn it off to be on the safe side. Remove the wire connector. Turn it back on again. Activate is working. I'm going to switch to COM6 so I can use wireless Zigbee on it. Now ready to go. So now when I push up button, initially because you go what 28, right? Because that's slow speed. Down the same way. Turn right, also very slow. Turn left, very slow. So now I'm going to push up button. Let's go down to give some room here. So I keep on pushing up button, but then I'm going to start changing speed to 2 and then 3 and 4, basically changing gears on it. So 2, 3, 4. So slowing down again. 2, 3, 4. Left, right. So slow down again. 2, then 3. And going backward, but 4. So very fast. You notice over here, it didn't like that. It had all kind of error message because I printed out something, but it's working. So I'm slowing down again at slower speed. I can do combination. So essentially it's turning and go forward a little bit, so it's going wide. Okay.